It says he has now, in this section, he has like what I call a little blurb at the top. Od remez al gilui os vav. There's another remez to the revelation of the vav. B'chotim. V'yizbaret source hachotim. Now we'll look at the form of the nose. K'moshe nechleches os vav shebenekev hachotim the yamini. Kach mischaleches os vav shebenekev smoli. B'sak kulam hem yud beis alafim. So if you add them all up, there are 12. It wasn't ready. Close the door, sweetheart. It wasn't ready. We're going to send it today. Believe it or not. I missed my chubrusa. And it's going to be ready in half an hour. Okay, I apologize. Okay. All right, sorry about that. So now you have what? You have yud beis alafim.
Six alafim in each vav, right?
Yeah, that's what we said. Well, a vav is a 6, right?
Right.
Now, the thing that I don't know, and I really don't understand, is why he said it was an Aleph. But we're going to talk about the Aleph later on. Really... Sorry, go ahead.
Originally, I remember you were saying that it could really, if you take any 6 letters and squish it together, it will, and line them up in a line, it will be the shape of a vav.
Okay, well, that's a vav. Vav is a line. Okay, we're going on. Okay. You add the chotem on together, it comes to the gematria of Yud Gimel, convenient Vav, Aleph, Vav. Now, he spelled a Vav like this. V'chein shnei havim, elu, hem achotem, yeah, havavim, there you go, thank you. V'chein shnei havavim, elu, hem im achotem, atzma, sharaso is in the form of an Aleph, kanoida. They would count as Yudin. The Mapse Benehem is a letter Vav. Hare Tsuras Aleph, that's the surah of an Aleph. Bim Hashnei Vavim Hare Vav Aleph Vav. V'hu Lahoros Ki Lamala Bebechinas a Rosh, up above when we're looking at the Rosh. Shesham Makam Amochim, Hu Shem Av the Chavavaya the Yudin. This is the name Av. What is the name Av? It's a Havaya de Yudin, with the Milui of Yudin. V'kan hu shem Sag, but here it's the name Sag. Ki ein hefresh bein Havaya de Av, the Havaya de Sag, except for one thing. Rak b'milui osa Vav, only in the Vav itself looks like that. Instead of Vav, Yud Vav, it's Vav Aleph Vav. So the Aleph is significant here in the nose, he says. This is coming from the Chotim. So let's look at the light print on number Yud. Number Yud, this is going to go, okay. Boris hachotim yatsa or makif menekiv yamin or panimi menekiv small. Dugmas oris haozen. The ficha kashem she'oz vav shel ha'chei shebechotim yamin nischalekes nischalkel the shisha olafim. Kena oz vav shel ha'chei shebenekiv smolin nischalka af he the shisha olafim. The nimsa the fizeh, so it comes out according to this. Sheyesh b'chotim yud beis alafim. In the nose, you're going to have 12 alafim, which he said before. Shisha alafim b'tzad yam, and the shisha matzah small. Being mosif od aleph achas, you add another aleph on it. It could go hachotim atzma, like the chotim itself. He has to prove that the chotim is an aleph. Nimsa sak hulam yud gev alafim. Full convenient Vav Alavav, which is the number 13, which is how Vav could be spelled. She'olav Gematria Yud Gimel. Now that Vav, which he said before, is the Vav that appears in the name Sag. The Lukamani is Boyer She'oz Vav Zu Meremes L'Shem Sag Kolo. He said that. That's what he said. Let's go down to Yud Aleph. Look at the light print again. V'yesh Remes Nosaf Elo Or Yotzim Edechotim Shutzurasu Katsuras Vav. What is that? That are now being revealed in the nose. Together with the chotem itself, which is in the form of an olive. Yud Gimel, which said that that's going to come out. The Vav Alavav is the gematria of 13. So the reason why it's in the form of an olive. He called os aleph morkeves ma'os yud lamala va'os yud lamata va'os vav omedes benechem kekagnatoi. Looks like it's a line, little inclined line. Kamo kain shnei nikve hachodim. So also look at the nostrils. Shemisham yotzim oros hachodim, that the oros of the chodim come up. That is the light, the makifim bapanimim. Hey meramazim alushnei yudim shabaos yud. V'kevin shekol neked bechodim surasach of tsuras yud. Then in the kavim yesh kosel amapsek benechem. There's a wall between them. Shetzuraso is like a vav. Vamin asib benechem os aleph. So you see how the aleph works here. So the chotem is the gematria sag. So this is for maybe later on. This is a very deep idea going on over here. Because shechad nitzaref alechem as shnei havavim hayotzim b'shnei nekavim nekavim shebachotem. Then you're going to have over here Yud Beis Alafim Canal, like we said before. Harehem Olin Kabinyan Vav Alavav Shemispara Bigamatri Yud Gimel. Bayan Batavlos Hebesofa Karach. Apparently he has something. I haven't really got a chance to look at this very carefully. So let me see. Why does it say that? Okay, anyway, number Yud Bet. It's still in the same place. So the Yud Bet says in a light print. So now it says, Va'ata, Mivoyer harav hatam shebaor hayotzach minachotim hoyachagile ba'os vav daika. Why was it specifically in that letter? Mishum shebarosh hu akarkafta. If we look at the very top of the head, Shabon nimsoim amochim, or inside of the head, you find the mochim. Visham hu shem av, and there at that very top place, you're going to find the name Av. Shehu Havai b'milu Yudin, and he shows it to us. The Yud Vav Daled, like that. Ve'eda b'chotem mizgal Hashem sad, but in the nose, it's not that. It's a lower place. So he says, Shehu Havaya b'milu Yudin, but also has an aleph in it. Kazeh, and then Yud Vav Daled ke Yud Vav Alavav ke Yud. V'kol hashinui sheyesh bein shnei hashemos chalalu, who rock b'milui the os of the vav. The only difference between them is what's going on in this letter vav. And we've been saying that the vav has something to do with the nose. Later on we'll see it has to do with the concept of ruach, of which is obviously easy to see. He said v'ki b'shem av hu vav yud vav, v'shem sag is vav alav vav. V'tachem nirmaz vav alav vav b'choitim. So then you see that the nose itself could be made into that same letter, showing you how the sag is involved with this. The choresh shebachoitim is galashem sag b'shlemos v'lo shem av. That'll let you tell you that. Now we could do number Yud Gimel. Let's just do Yud Gimel right where I'm at right now. Just keep going on.
Yep.
And it says, Ve'elu shnei vavim hein bebechinas hatamim emsa'iyim sheba emsa Teves. So like in a word, so for example, these would be the tamim in the middle. What are they? But the same psak, a makif, and kenoidim. Kohoros psak, because what do you learn from the psak? Horos vav is to show you about the letter vav. Shal ha-hey, that which is part of the hey, shenipsaka, that is divided up, of an asas levav alafim, and becomes 6 alfs after that, kenisker, as we mentioned before. Now I'm not sure they really understood that, so let's see what he says. Shtei osios vav, which are coming out of the nostrils, shehema oros hamikifim v'chabenima ben-yotzim midizgala v'sog shnei nikve achoitim. So he says, it's interesting, he said mitoch, from within, but it's not, he doesn't say b'toch, he said mifdiv, so they're coming out of there. Heim bebechilas tamim emsa'im amode be'emsa hateva. Vehem kamo hatam nikra psak. It's like that. Why? Shehu kav ma'unoch amapsik bein shtei tevos, like this. This is a the line that's indicated like that means stop. O hatam hanikra makiv shetzerachu kagon kakav ma'ozen. Wait a minute. Shenikra makiv shetzerachu kakav ma'ozen hamachaber v'bein shtei tevos. Like it's like he says ma'ozen.
Oh, the dash. Is that?
Yeah, machaber bein shtei tevos, and it looks like this dash. Ve'inyan ha'pesach gemara al ha'oz vav. It's teaching you about the letter vav shebetoch ha'hei, which is inside of the part of the letter hey. Hayotze min hachotim shezo havav nipsaka v'nechlecha l'shisha halofim, because it separates itself from the hay itself, and instead becomes 6 halofim. Let's go on to number Yodala to see what I could do with that. He says, what do? They make the tzura of a daled ech acha. So they make a tzura of a daled. You have a line, a vertical line and a horizontal line. So horaz os daled. So this is to tell you that there's a daled there too. Shel osa hey. Nechaber es hapesak shuhu, the line, which is like this, a vertical line. Yachid amakev shuhu kazeh, which is a dash. Who hare he mitzarvim mashlimim nos os dalad gazeh. They make a dalad. So he says amnam os vav shebahei, the vav that's inside of the hay. This galsa b'chotim is revealed in the nose. We said that before. Nechlecha l'shnei halofim, and it's the shisha lochim, and it's divided into 6 olives. Aka os dalad lo nizgala kan, but the os dalad is not really revealed here. Rak yesh b'al remez, there's only a hint to it. The giloi mad shel ha'arba halofim, which is going to tell you a little bit about the fact that there are 4 alafim, and the alamim, they're hidden inside of this os dalad. So let's see what else he has to say. Now, the reading is a little bit different than it was before, but the pshat is the same. Now, we already explained up above, it doesn't get divided up. But there's something else to learn about this. So he says, Kavar is boyer ki ba'oras achotim. We've already explained that in the lights that come out of the nose, Sharaka os vav nizgala v'nechlecha l'shishalachim alofim. Ak os dalad and nechlakas l'dalad alofim. But that's not being divided up. V'hi nisharet behelam, it remains hidden. Amnam im kol zeh, but even so, yesh remish ba'alma shagam b'socha dalad. Yesh arba alofim ne'olonim. How do we know that? V'hu al yedechav shenitzaref es oros ha'ozen v'chotim yachad, is by putting the lights of the ozen and the chotim together. Yotza dalad mini alofim. From that, I'm not sure what that meant, really, to tell you the truth right now. He says that this really yotza dalad mini alofim, from that kamosha harab mevor v'hololech, is going to explain it, because in the next little piece he's going to show you how the alafim can work differently.
So did we have yet the concept that the Oros HaChotim and the Oros HaOzen are connecting?
Well, that's what got me there. Let's read again. V'hu ayedeshin etzaref es Oros HaOzen, which are the lights of the hay, letter hay. Yachad, to put them all together, the Ozen and the Chotim. Yotze dalad mini alofim. So you come out of that with 4 different types of olives. Now, he's going to talk about this a little bit more. If you put the lights together, I'm not sure how they got together. That's what's got me a little bit here. The Moshe Haram Mavar V'Cholak, as the Rabbi is going to explain, so let's let him explain. And he says like this, V'hu ki kasher tikach ha'hei sheba'ozen yomim. So let's take the hay in the right ear. Shemispara eser spheres kenizker the we said that you could break it up into a daled and above, and it's mashma that inside of it there were 10 spheros. Haviva bechinas yud acha, so there you have a yud. V'titzarfeno v'techabreno, so mix it up or join it to im ha'hei shebenekev yumini, with the 5 that's in the right nostril. Shalachotim Shetzaraso is like this, Dalet and Vav. Now, I don't know where this came from exactly, so let's say Kaniskar La'el, like we mentioned up above. Hariel Kol Kitsuris Yud Vav Dalet. So we make the whole thing together. It's a Yud and a Vav Dalet. There's a Yud and a Dalet makes the hay, and then you have this Vav. So let me see, I'm not really sure what he's saying here. V'hutzirif Aleph achas kazeh, and it makes an Aleph that looks like this. If you go over to, I don't know what Rabbi Gibber's shul is like, is called. I think it's BJC now.
Yep.
Okay, there's a drawing there, and then that drawing has this Aleph. It's a Yud in the top, and a vav in the diagonal, and a dalet on the bottom. Shetzarasu yud vav dalet, and that in fact is a yud, a vav, and a dalet. That's the 10. So he says, now, what's he trying to tell me though? So he says, Of Aleph, the Os Aleph, Nitin the Kozvacha Betzuras Yud Vav Yud. That's the way we're always thinking about it. The Hainu Yud Lamala, Yud Lamata, Vav Emsa, which comes in the Gematria of 26, which is the Gematria of the Pashut of Havayim. So here he shows it again, the Aleph. V'chein Nitin the Kozvacha Betzuras Yud Vav Dalet. So, but then there's another way. You could also write it like this, Yud Vav Dalet. Kolomer Yud Lamala, Dalet Lefucha Lamata, an upside down Dalet, and a Vav Be'emsa Kazeh, and it looks like this then. So now you have 4 alafim rumazim ba'os Dalet and his keres. Asher Shtayim Bechem Heim Betzuras Yud Vav Dalet, V'Shtayim Bechem Betzuras Yud Vav Yud. So I'm not sure where he got 4 from. He said, we were talking about the Dalet, but I'm not sure he says, going back again, he says, V'hine, yesh arba alafim. So how we know there's arba alafim? He says, Ramazah ba'os Dalet.
I mean, it sounds like, it's funny, it's like, I'm just wondering if just by virtue of the fact that a Dalet is the gematria of 4, and 4 means 4 times 1, so he's saying that each one of those ones that make up the 4 have to be an Aleph. If they were a Vav, then the gematria would be 24.
Okay, I don't know. I'm gonna read it again though.
I'm just taking a guess.
It's good to think. I mean, like I said, I really didn't review this, so I have to see it again. And its keres. So we said we're supposing or stipulating that in that Dalet there are 4 olives. So to divide them up, Asher Shtayim Behem, there's 2 of them. Let's say Asher Shtayim Behem, Heim Betzuras Yovud. I just pronounce it out. Yud Vav Dalet. Shtayim Bechem Betzuras Yovi, which is like Yud Vav Yud. V'Huba Ofen Zeh, it's like this. So he has to explain a little bit. Kima Ozen Yotzer Eser Spheros. Just to understand, the 10 spheres come out of the ear. V'Chagam Shacha Orcha Yotzech Min Ozen Hu Betzuras Ha'Hei. Even it's in that surah. Im Kol Zecha Bekan Hu Nechshav Ka'os Yud, the Vy, because Sheyesh B'Chov Eser Spheros is 10 spheres, which we said you could divide up the Hay. V'chein Menachotem Yotzer Eser Spheros also Shehem Osios Dalet and Vav. So now the Dalet and Vav that we talked about are going to be more revealed, because originally you had just the Hay, and implicit in the Hay is a Dalet and Vav. But over here you're actually seeing the Dalet and the Vav. We've been talking about the Vav. Now, Kasher Tikach as a Os Yud. Let's take the Yud. Sheba Oras Ozen Hayumini. So that's the hidden Yud Hayumanis. Im Osius Du shall Nekev.
Did I just, one second, can I just ask you a question?
Yeah.
Did I just catch that he said that really the Hay is really a Tzuras Hayud? Did he say that in...
Let's find your words. Where are you reading from?
In the middle of that bracket,
okay, so let me read it again. Where's the beginning of this bracket? I saw the bracket. Where'd it go? Kan ku nechshav ka'os yud, but you were at somewhere else. Okay, v'hagam shacha orcha yotze min ha'ozen hu b'tzuras hay. So we don't have a problem with that. Im kol zecha bekan ku nechshav ka'os yud, but here in the nose, it's considered like a yud outside, just like a yud. The fi sheyesh bo eser spheros, because now we're getting more revelation, and it has 10 spheros. V'chein menachotim yatzach of eser spheros. So then we say this eser spheros because you have a yud coming out here. Shehem oset. In other words, the yud was hidden in the ozen, but in the nose it's revealed. So now he's shehem osius, and he says that the eser spheros are actually come from these 2 letters, the Dal and the Vav, which are going to be more revealed here. Canal. So now there's this yud that you have to work with it and break down the hay. Im osius do, the same words of the Dal and the Vav shall nekev yemini shebechotim, that's going to come. So now you're taking the hidden yud out of the ear, and you're taking the revealed Dalet Vav now in the right nostril. Harehem shlosha osius yud vav dalet. Now he says what? There was a yud, and then there was the Dalin and the Vav that you could see. That makes the letter Yud in Emilui. Yud Vav Dalin.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
so Hashem nitim laharki for take those, and they're given over to be able to graft the letter Aleph, the Hainu Yud Lamala v'Vav be'emsach v'Dalad Lamata kazeh. So that wasn't the big. That he just wanted to say you could take the letter Aleph and you can make it look like this. Now, exactly what did he say? He said you could take the Yud that's implicit in the Hey. In the nose, it's broken down into a Vav and a Daled. And now you had the Yud, which was originally, so like it's panemi to everything. And then you have the Hey, which is broken down into a Vav and a Daled, and that's what that Aleph looks like. V'zehu remez the Os Aleph, a Rishonach, a Meramazim, ba'Os Daled, sheyatzach ma'ozen chotem hachotem yamim. So this is a reference to that Aleph, the first Aleph, which is remez to the Daled sheyatzach ba'ozen hachotem yamim. So now you see the Daled is in a revealed form. So let's try something else. Let me move something here. Okay, we have what? Okay, we have a few minutes. So v'gam im tikach hayud shebenekev ozen small. Now let's go like this. Go to the yud that's in the left ear. V'tachavrenov im vav daled shebenekev achotim small, because once again is a revelation of the vav and the daled here. Hare shnehem hare shneah. So you have another one, a second one. Hare yesh shnei mini olafim shetzirasu yud vav daled. So now this is the two that he was talking about that have the form of Yud Vav Daled. Valderik zecha nikach as a os Yud hayotzim ozen small. So the same thing is like this. You take the Yud that comes out of the left ear, v'chein as a osios Daled Vav, which are now being manifest there. Hayotzim menekav is small to the nose. Shalachotem. Harizeh os Aleph. That's that Aleph again. A shnia. This Aleph remembers the Os Daled, and it's going to be this one again. So now you see that how the combination, we didn't know what he was talking about. So now we know that the combination of what's coming out of the ear, the Yud that's hidden in there. And, it's interesting that I'm learning in another place, a sefer called the Sefer Tzniuta. And here they're trying to show us where the original, just really give you a close-up view of where this letter Yud comes from, a much more greater detail. So anyway, just interesting. Hari l'cha shnei mini alafim shemur kavos miyud. There are three that are made out of the two that are made out of this Yud Vav Daled. Okay,
so
but
so that's, I guess, the conclusion of the Uris that are coming out of both the Ozen and the Chaitim together. Turn into these two Alephs. One, I guess, is a representation. The one on the right would be the Eretz Hamakifim, and the one on the small would be the Eretz Hapnimi.
Well, I really like that. That is right. That sounds very good. Bintit Sayer B'Tzir Acher. Now, there's another way you could form them up. You could see it in a different way. Fusha Tikach Yud Shel Ozen a small. So take the Yud from the left ear. Vav Shel Nekev Achotim small, and also from the left nostril. The Yud Shel Ozen Yamon is, you're going ear, nose, ear, different combination. Hare Shetzirasu Yovi, Yud Vav Daled. Yud Vav Yud, rather. Gam im tikach Yud Shel Ozen Yamim, uvav Shel Nekev Chotem Yamim, the Yud Shel Ozen small. Hare Aleph Shnia, you have a second one which has the same formula like Yud Vav Yud. Now, there has to be a lot more to this, but it's not dealt with right here. To a certain extent, if I get a chance, maybe we could be learning the Shefa, we get something else out of it. He has a much bigger Shefa in this book than he had. Like I say, I'm going out of town tomorrow, but if I go for more than a week, I'll for sure I'll be in touch with you and try to learn on our regular time. Kasha nikach as os yud hayotzes ma'ozen small. So when you take the yud that comes out, he's going to spell it out a little bit for us. the yotza, the os yod that comes out of the left ear. Va'os vav hayotza menekev chotim small, also out of the left nostril. V'chatam shebechotim monim rak as a vav. So why is it that in the nose itself we're only counting the vav as a dalet? We're not counting the dalet over there. Why is that? Hu mishum sharak havav shebechotim nisgalsa. That also the vav in the nose is revealed. And he's telling you a little fact. He's asking you like this: why is it that you don't see the dalet in this equation in the way he's doing it now? So he's who mishum sharak havav shebechotim nisgalsa. That's the only part that you really see in the nose. It remains hidden. So what you see coming out of the nose is going to be this vav. So the yud that comes out of the right ear. He says, "V'harei shlosha osius yud vav yud." You can see the yud vav yud. Mirmazin the os aleph shlishi. This is the third aleph. Shebetzurasu yud vav yud kazeh. So once again, exactly, he's telling you a fact. These are facts, and you have to know what they are. So he said that's aleph. Nikach esa os yud hayotzach ozen yamin. Let's take that one. And also the vav that is visible, could be visible in the right nostril. Yud, go back to the hayotza me'ozen small, so you got two yuds and a vav. Hem shlosha os yud vav yud. The os aleph reviya shebetzurazo yud vav yud kazeh. So now you have two alephs, one with a yud aleph vav dalet and one with aleph vav yud. Now aleph, I'm trying to understand from here. I don't think he really develops this to really try to tell me why we need two alephs. He says that's a fact, just a fact. So he says that. So that's it. Number yud tes. Number yud tes. If a hanrech b'shnei olafim b'tzuras yud vav dalet, the both base olafim yud vav yud. Hari dalet olafim, it gives you 4. Hey moros al ktsas giloy hadalet. And what does this do for you? And this is really, I guess, all they really wants to say. It's a relevance that to the 4, to the gedalet. Shel hey shebechotim sheniglas ma'at. It's only a little bit revealed. It's only revealed in the forms of the aleph. Niglis lagamri kamo havav shel hey shebechotim, and it's not completely revealed like that. V'nimsa sheyesh arba alafim. Now, ashech shnayim bechem b'tzuras yud vav dalet v'shnayim bechem b'tzuras yud vav yud. V'hem ramzim al giloyim ad shel os dalet. This is a little bit of a reference now to a little bit, a shtickle giloy of the dalet, which is there to begin with because it's a part of that hay that was being manifest over here. L'gam de dalet alafim. Now, to do this, the Rav had to look at this hay in the ozen and call it a 10. As he said, why is it a 10? Well, at the ozen you can't see the 10, but he wants to tell you that at the chotem you can. But you only, as far as the 10 is concerned, though you only can see the vav clearly. The dalet is not so clear, it's still behelim. Kamoha oz vav shehi mischalekas mamish l'shisha cholavim paratim. So now apparently he has some kind of, I haven't gotten there, I really haven't looked at it. So at the end of this volume here says we're going to have other things there. So we have a few minutes still. The place where you really see them revealed, and we're going to be getting to that because I see where we're at. I think we're very close to the next shar. I don't know if we'll get to it today. So Me'ikr Gamal de Giluyam Hu Lamata Ba'oras Peh is down below in the eyes of the mouth. In the lights of the mouth. Kamoshin Ivar the Kamamba as a Hashem. In other words, the Giluy is in the mouth. Even though there's a reference here. And we know that the lights are coming out for the nose and the ears. We call makom iger giluyim yihya be'oras hapeh. Nimshe be'oras ha'ozen maskil lahoyer av the sag. So in the ozen, what the top part of sag shines there. He said, this is called the tamim, the top part of the nekudos. And then you take the comment, as we said before, and divide it up to 3. Then he says, come out from the nose, come out the tamim or nizgala yoser ki nispashet or yoser the mata, because the light spreads further downwards. Shaha'os hey yoser betzuras osius dalad vav. So we said that it comes out. You have these 2 letters hidden in it. Both in shachavom nischalgach of the shishalofim. V'chein be'os dal yesh amat remez the dalad alofim. There's a little bit of a reverence there. But sirif oros ha'ozen v'chotim, if you could make those combinations, that will give you the spelling of the word yud vav daled. Hakadayim hu rak remez ba'alma, but here it's still just a remez. V'hagilui ha'ikri shall hadalad hu ba'oros ha'peh, comes out from the lights that are in the mouth. Shuhu l'matach min ha'chotim. V'sham tizgala gam hadalad, and there you're going to see the dalad also manifest begilui. V'atam hu shekafi shacho or yored l'matach became this rabbi hagilui. So as it goes down further, then it's also going to be multiplied the gilui, and this is the general idea. And as things get further away from the source of the light, they become thicker and more visible. Number Kaf Aleph. I think we could try to get this in. So he's Vidalad ki eser spheres elo shal oras aznaim. Calls the man shehem nimshachim ad gevul hachotim, as long as they're flowing towards the boundary of the chotim. Az hu yechide b'pnei atzma, it's by itself. Not sure exactly what he means. But when it passes through the boundary of the chotim, the lamad starts going down further. Ad shivolas is a kan, until that light that's coming from the ears at any rate goes down to the chin. Oz mislavish or ha'ozen. So let's say that then the light of the ozen is clothed im or ha'chotem besocho. I think the word was mislavish. It's clothed inside. So they have one inside of the other. V'na'asa alenu bechinas neshama penimis alav. So the definition in Kabbalah, the word neshama, I mean, there's more than one definition, but it really means panemius. It means that the preliminary, the preceding or, the or that came first. And it's more in Gilui, and it's now going to be inside, that light is going to be mislavish inside of the light of the Chotem. That starts moving out. Mislavish huba or a peh. So the light, the special light, or lights that come out of the mouth, then asabechin the shamba penemius alto el or hapeh. So now you would have 2 penemium to the light of the peh. Let's go on a little bit more, and let's see if we can finish it in a couple of minutes we have here. We have a couple of minutes? Okay, he said...
We can finish it off, yeah.
Okay, but Tzarek V'das, so you have to know this. Shaha'oris, Ozen Choten Peh, Mislavshim Echad Al-Shenik Ad. So there we have a phrase that's going to be coming up here. Ozen Choten Peh is also a phrase called Achap, for the first letters. So that each one of them, the way that it is that one's clothed inside the next. That this is a way of hiding the original light, or limiting it down. The Gavarn is Barsha Orisa Ozen Yordan Mispashnim Ad Shavolas Zakandak. V'Orisa Chotim Mispashnim Ad Chazashalo. V'Orisa Peh, where do they go to? Yardim Ad Tibur Shalo. So we're getting different definitions and different stations, let's say, so to speak, on the body of Ak. V'nimsa the fi zecha she'ad ha'chotem. So we see until you get to the nose, meir rak or ha'ozen bilvad. That's all you have. V'kashechu megil l'chotem. But when it gets into the boundary of the chotem, meirim sham shnei oros. You have 2 lights shining one inside of the next. Shala ozen v'chotem yachtav. Achli yosha oros ha'ozen v'yotzach b'makom gavocha yosa. Since it's coming from a tremendously high place, meaning a penimistic place, and very, very transparent. V'hem zakim, that's what he means, zakim, by transcending the ma'ulim yosim ma'oras ha'chotem. But the mislavshin, what happens is that the more transparent light, I'm using that word transparent, but I mean to say that's very little physicality to it. The mislavshin oris ha'ozen b'soch oris ha'chotim, that's like almost like they become a cleave for the oris of the lozen, k'neshama ha'mislaveshes atocha guf, just like the same thing as that. V'chein al zecha b'derek oris ha'chotim, so that same way, the lights of the chotim, na'asim k'neshama b'penimis b'soch oris ha'peh, same thing. V'oris ha'oznayim ha'meluvashim k'neshama b'soch ha'chotim, na'asim b'soch oris ha'peh k'neshama the neshama, so now you call it neshama the neshama, it's a penimius to the penimius. V'arechem shlosha madregos zu to zu, so now you have 3 different madregos, one inside of the next. V'ofen shor ozen hu madrega ha'penimis, that the letter, that the lights of the ear are going to be the penimius, that's going to be the neshama. V'yoser v'hi mislavesh toch or ha'chotim, so man becomes a neshama to neshama. A mislavish toch or ha'peh, shu ha'madrega ha'yotzer b'yoser. I guess that's the neshama to neshama. Okay, that's it.
Okay.
Try to run through that, like I'll get off balance a little bit, and try to look at this a little bit. He has a few different words. Now, if you turn the page, you're going to see that you're going to be on the last page of Shartanta. And then you're going to go to a whole other thing where the story is going to become lower, and as a result, it's going to be more tangible. And that's going to be called Shara Kudim. Kudim means to bind something together. So we'll see how that goes. And that's Hashem. I'll see you next time. Okay, call Tuf. Have a wonderful week and everything, whatever.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.